Here's what to do if you're stuck in the house with a narcissist. First of all, recognize that everything is temporary. And so you should be putting in the work right now, working on a plan to expedite the end of this living situation. If the narcissists that you're living with are your parents, you should be trying to get out of that house. If it's your spouse, you should be paying attention to any signs you have that would precipitate that this relationship is actually over so that you can move on and out. It's very important that you prioritize your mental health over your financial health. Many people stay in narcissistic relationships because it seems to make sense money-wise for them to live with their narcissistic parents or significant other. Reality is, what good is all that money if you're in a mental hospital, on medications, if you're dead from too much anxiety, or you're suicidal from depression? The money is no good to you at that point. So don't prioritize money. Look, I know that you're not a greedy person, you're just trying to make things work, but make them work away from the narcissist. It's a lot easier when you don't have someone who's constantly beating you down, making you feel like you're worthless. You have to protect yourself from a narcissist. You are your own sovereign state. So you have to protect your sovereign state. The narcissist is a predator. Their thought process is, how can I plunder as much natural resources out of my neighboring state, which happens to be you, the spouse, the person who's closest to them, or their own child. I can't imagine the coldness of wanting to exploit your own child. But this is the level that narcissists will go to. Ultimately, what they want from you: love, worship, attention, what's called narcissistic supply, which can look a little different for every narcissist, but ultimately they need their ego to be stroked, but they're willing to get it in very toxic and dangerous ways, like putting you down, just seeing you sad, or seeing you angry or upset, seeing you in any type of emotional state that's not completely stable. For them, that makes them feel good. All of that is supply to them. Seeing you trapped or helpless, the list goes on. So if you can get away, you should. But here's the defense mechanisms that you should use if you're stuck in the house for a period of time before you're able to get away from them. Number one, it's going to be gray rocking. Gray rocking is just cutting them off emotionally. So you become a rock, a stone, a statue, and you do not give them any emotions. The reason is because if you don't make yourself emotionally available, then you are not making yourself susceptible to emotional abuse, which is, by the way, very real and has more long-lasting scars than physical abuse in many cases. So please don't discount that. Now, your emotional abuse, the verbal abuse, by not making your emotions available, it gives them very little to work with, and it also upsets their narcissistic supply. So how do you do this? Well, it looks literally like this. So your face when they're getting upset is this. Your face when they get really mad is this. Your face when they're super sad and they're like trying to cry to guilt you is this. You have to go gray rock, dead, just dead. So it means that you're not going to show them any happiness. You're not going to show them any sadness. You're not going to show any stress or anxiety. You're not going to show any anger. You're not going to lose your temper. You're not going to yell. Just emotionless. Whatever they say, whatever they do, your emotions are absent from the situation. That's gray rocking. This makes it impossible for them to manipulate you, and they will try. They want to see a rise out of you. When they don't see a rise out of you, it forces them to go find someone else to pick on. To that end, you also want to limit your communication. You want to be direct and to the point to whatever it is that has to be discussed, but otherwise you should not be initiating contact and communication with them. If they initiate it, then fine, you can respect it, give them whatever it is, but you have to protect your personal information. So you're going to watch your wallet, watch your cards, watch your purse, watch your journal, put a lock on everything, put a passcode on all of your electronics. They will snoop. They are looking for anything they can use to take you down because their thought is kill or be killed. So they're going to kill you. You're at war even though you didn't ever ask to be at war. That's what it's like living with a narcissist. Lock up all your stuff. Make sure they don't have access to anything. And that means with your mouth too, you don't give them any information. You don't tell them how your day was bad or how it was good. You don't tell them how your business is doing. You don't tell them information about your boss or your family. Keep it under lock. Find neutral topics. The weather, celebrity gossip. That's it. And move on and get out of there as soon as you can so that you can start enjoying a normal life where you don't have to be at war in your own house. It's not good for you. So those are basic techniques and tactics you can use to survive temporarily with a narcissist if you live with one. Please don't underestimate the danger of someone who lacks empathy. They don't just want to kill you. They want to destroy you alive. They want to see the soul in your body get drained out, every ounce, and go into them so that you're a lifeless shell. That level of malevolence and abuse is very, very frightening. Don't be a victim. Don't be prey. You're at war, put your defenses up. Make a plan and get out of there.